are these people?
And let's see what our friend Fiorella has to say here. Breaking news, breaking. Ukrainian media outlets have recently highlighted a proposed Trump plan for resolving the ongoing conflict soon. However, the plan is similar to what Trump's reportedly suggested and comes as Lukashenko has said there would be an end to the Russia-Ukraine war this year. However, this plan, referred to as Trump's 100-day plan, has not been officially verified, but aligns with previous statements made by Trump and his advisor, Michael Kellogg. First,
yes,
the Ukrainian armed forces would withdraw from
Kellogg.
Maybe. You know what? He's put so many wealthy people there, it wouldn't surprise me, but
it wouldn't surprise me. I know.
Ukrainian armed forces would withdraw from the Kursk region by Easter, and a peace agreement would be achieved by May 9th. February and March, President Zelensky would rescind his decree barring negotiations with Russia, paving the way for a trilateral summit involving Putin, Trump, and Zelensky, or alternatively, 2 separate bilateral meetings to establish a framework for a peace plan, meaning Trump would meet with each individually, Zelensky and Putin. Okay. During this period, the U.S. would continue providing military support to Ukraine. So you could see that there's really going to be an honest broker at the table.
Yep.
By April 20th, what a great day.
To me.
What a great day.
Sounds like a ceasefire.
A ceasefire would be declared along the front lines in time for Easter, accompanied by a full withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from the Kursk region. And by the end of April, an international peace conference would begin involving the U.S., China, various European countries, and nations from the global south. I would hope that Lula would be there, as well as who else has been very outspoken? I guess Maduro. I don't know if they're going to let Maduro there because they got a $25 million bounty on Maduro's head right now. I don't think they're going to let Maduro there.
Yeah.
But Petro, they don't even like Petro. He just put a 50% tariff on him. But no, there's a who am I thinking of? Maybe it was Maduro. There was another big staunch advocate for Palestinians in South America. In addition, was it Arce from Bolivia? Maybe Jose.
Maybe.
Okay. By the end of April, an international police.
Also, Easter's a big deal in that region.
Yes.
Which is why they're doing it for Easter.
Yes.
All those orthodoxies.
All right. We're going to get the end of the war formally. Martial law and mobilization in Ukraine would be lifted. And then between August through October, Ukraine would have to hold elections. So Koki Smurf will be gone because there's no way he's going to win after all this. The peace agreement would require them to remain.
Takes his place, though.
It would require them to remain neutral and not join NATO, but would work toward EU membership by 2030, with the EU committing to cover the costs of reconstruction. Why? They destroyed the freaking Nord Stream that cut off all the gas into Europe, that raised the price of LNG for everybody else there.
Yeah, but they're saying the EU, I mean, since they're partially responsible for this.
Well, and public-private partnership, BlackRock's getting in on that reconstruction effort.
You betcha.
All right. Ukraine would have to relinquish any claims to territories currently held by Russian forces, and some sanctions on Russia would be lifted immediately, with others following within 3 years if the agreement is adhered to. What? 3 years? Why? Additionally, why?
Why?
Additionally, the plan includes provisions allowing...
Why?
Yeah, why? Right? Provisions allowing pro-Russian parties to participate in Ukrainian elections, as well as an end to the persecution of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. So they're not going to ban Russian language anymore?
Yeah.
The contentious issue of a European peacekeeping contingent would be addressed separately. The last point could make or break this. So here's Fee's analysis. This is like ceasefire on Gaza, brokered by Hamas, Qatar, and the U.S. and Israel. A disaster and darkness to come for Russia in the long run. Anyone who thinks Trump came up with this now doesn't get what's happening. No, he didn't. Of course not. This plan has been in place since before Syria fell. Yep.
As Clarenberg just told us.
Right. Trump's the guy to lead it now, but there's confirmation about deals made during Doha. If true, which I believe the version of this is, the State Department and Intel apparatus has brokered a deal long before the change of face, and it's likely Russia will accept it if it guarantees security. We heard about this in April, May of last year.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Lukashenko is so confident about Trump ending the war this year, why the U.S. dropped their preview of Belarus's elections, but Europe kept them. All right. And why Belarus's foreign minister met with Jabroni, and why all of this is happening now. Don't forget about Syria, which is a linchpin to all of this.
Yeah.
She says, I sincerely hope I'm wrong, and Russia won't fall for the mistaken idea that things will be different under this phase of the empire, because of it, we will see this war end now, only to be brought back later. They've done it too many times before. The U.S. has no intention of a free Russia unless it's under its control. They still want regime change. That will not change until the entire government as we know it changes and the empire falls, much like Israel. Interesting. In the short run, this predictably will be viewed as a victory for Trump, and everyone will hail this as a peace negotiation. Belief in him and the establishment will be reinforced. Of course it benefits those of us in Russia. I'm not against peace, but this isn't genuine. It's once again just kicking the can down the road. I don't cheer for manipulations knowing that they're ticking time bombs. Okay, she'll write more on this, but if it happens to breathe and keep it, but if it happens, breathe and keep alert. Things are just starting a new chapter, but the story isn't over, not by a long shot. Ultimately, this signals that the NATO empire is capturing and dividing the non-aligned axis one by one, each works for themselves and not together. Watch them go after Iran, Venezuela, like I said about Maduro as well, right? Cuba also falls in there, and they're going to start going after all of the BRICS nations, by the way, as well. They're going to isolate each one of them. Be like, do you really want to fucking join them and be against us? Is that really what you want to do? Because you want to be our enemy? We can do that. You see what the fuck just happened to you? What happened to our friend? You see what's happening to Yemen right now? You want to be our enemy? See what's happening to Lebanon right now? You may not want to do that. You're not going to be very popular in your country, Mr. President. And that's what happens. We're basically fucking mafia thugs. Thanks, Fee. Again, where are you getting that on-the-spot breakdown analysis other than on
the other thing
Truthwire?
I wanted to add to that was that like they probably will start conflict again there and keep it quieter than they did this time. You know?
Yeah,
that
well, they
seems
have
to happen. It's kind of like at Gaza where they just head over to the West Bank and just don't talk about it.
Well, and Israel, the Israel plan is murder all the journalists again, right? So
yes,
they may end up taking the same approach here. I certainly hope to everything that not, but geez, how are they going to do that? Jeez. That's that segment right there. So we definitely don't get monetized for stuff like that. So if you are able to and of means, we could really use your support. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. If not, share the stream, tell your friends. The way that you can support this network financially the best and leave us a tip would be to give us a Cash App that takes no fees or very minimal fees whatsoever. Ko-fi takes almost no fees whatsoever. PayPal is small. And then you could also subscribe to the INN newsletter. That uses Stripe, and we talked about Stripe last week. I'd prefer that we not use Stripe if we didn't have to. But whatever you guys are, whatever everyone is willing to do, guys, ladies, everyone, for real, thank you. Really appreciate all the support we could possibly get.
Can't keep giving us nothing and think we're bluffing about coming for your heads. Why play civil if you won't listen? 50,000 died, and now we know our mission. We form a militia, make Congress a prison.